What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of Hoggie's Quick Beer Reviews. You know, I've been complaining in my last few reviews about the weather down here. It is almost Christmas time and it's been 80 something degrees here in Miami. But finally, it got cold. As you can tell, the weather has seriously cooled down over the last couple days. Nothing major, we're in the 50s, but it's cold enough for us to break out the sweaters and break out the darker, richer beers, which is what I was waiting for. So, today I bring you this beer that I've been sitting on for almost a month now. This is called Lion Stout. Lion Stout is an export stout from the country of Sri Lanka. For those that don't know, Sri Lanka is that little island in the Indian Ocean right off the tip of India. It's a tropical region. Stouts tend to be popular in tropical regions. Not sure why, but who cares. And yeah, this is actually a highly regarded beer. I saw it, and it seemed quirky and kind of oddball. Then I went back and looked it up, and it turns out, on Beer Advocate here, Lion Stout gets an A- out of 600 reviews, and the bros give it a B+. So, you know, I had to pick it up and try it. Never had a beer from Sri Lanka, so that alone is reason to try it. And this is categorized as a foreign or export stout. These are stouts brewed for export. Obviously, you know, the idea comes from back in the days when it took a long time for things to get from one place to another, especially crossing oceans. So stouts were brewed stronger and heavier to preserve better throughout the long trips. So this is a foreign/export stout at 8% ABV. Now, let me see, what else was I going to throw at you guys? Now, this is a stout. My memory's not that great today. I'm a little off, but what the hell. This is a stout, and I took this out of the fridge about 15 minutes ago. I let this warm up a little. I want to get the full effect of this beer, because this is supposed to be a very, very good beer. There's your bottle. Nice lion on there. Looks kind of intimidating. Kind of maybe something you'd expect from Jamaica. I don't know. But, yeah. Lion Stout. The cap's very simple. Lion Brewery, Ceylon, I guess is how you pronounce it. I believe that was one of the former names of the nation of Sri Lanka. Ceylon. Take a look at that. I'm going to be saving that cap. That's going to go on my fridge when I move. But I've been looking forward to this for a while, but I really wanted to save this beer for when the weather was cooler. Stouts just seem so much better in cold weather. And before I crack it, on the back here, there's a quote from Michael Jackson. And before anybody raises an eyebrow there, we're not talking about the King of Pop. We're talking about Michael Jackson, the beer critic, very famous beer critic who passed away a few years ago. But he's written a bunch of books. He's a world-renowned expert on beer. His quote says, "The stout was soft, fresh, and quite delicious. This was the top fermenting Lion Stout. It was bottle conditioned and had an extraordinary chocolatey mocha character." Now they're really sweating that quote from him. It's on the back of every bottle. But bring the glass over, regular pint glass today. Got my quarter. I want to save this cap. And let's take a look here. See what this Lion Stout... Ooh, I missed. Got it this time. But I bent up the cap. I'll have to try that again later. Oh well. Alright. Ooh, yeah. This is dark, viscous, stouty. Look at that head. I'm gonna hold off on pouring the rest there because this thing foamed up on me really good. But it looks really good. And smells really good. I've never had an export stout before, so this is going to be a somewhat new experience just off of that. And obviously it's going to be my first Lion Stout ever. Now that is almost a light brown. That's not even khaki anymore. It's a dark khaki Creamy brown head. Very few big bubbles. Very foamy. Chocolatey. Obviously roasted malt. That is delicious. Hints of dark fruit. I kind of get like a smell of raisinets, like raisin and chocolate. But man, that is... There's a little something almost tart under there. I can't put my finger on it. Kind of like a sweet, bitter fruit kind of thing. But it's a hint and it's underneath. Very clean smell. I hate to say it, but there's a smell there, and it's not a turn-off in any way, but it kind of smells like a cleaning product, like a strong orange citrus kind of 409-y kind of thing. I don't know. It's a little weird, but it's not bad. It's not uninviting. But yeah, this smells like a delicious stout, and I don't want to smell it anymore. I want to drink it, so I'm going to. Cheers. There's a hint of almost coffee, chocolatey coffee in the aftertaste. It's very subtle, but it's unmistakable. This is good. This is very good and very interesting. It's thinner than one might expect. Roasted malt / coffee / chocolate aftertaste. That is delicious. I mean, the roasted malts and a bit of prickle from the carbonation and a hint of bitterness hit you right away. The middle is dark and rich, but thinner than one might expect. You get that raisin, you get that cacao, dark chocolate cocoa nib kind of thing across the middle, along with your roasted malts. Dark fruit, hint of licorice. And just the slightest hint of bitterness in the finish. There are so many flavors, and it's very complex. There's a lot going on with this brew, with this blend of malts, and just this, I mean, whatever they did to make this. There's so much going on with it. It's rich, it's inviting, it's flavorful. It's a glass full. I mean, yeah, this is a really good stout. And at 8%, after you've had a few sips, you can kind of feel a little warmth coming up, so that is your 8% alcohol. But on the way down, you don't notice this. Honestly, this drinks almost as easy as a Guinness draft. It really does. And I like it that much. This is a great stout. I can't say enough about it. I really can't. And yet the finish, after it's all said and done, after that chocolatey coffee-ish aftertaste, is still relatively clean. It goes down very smooth. It's not gritty, grainy, harsh like some stouts can be at times. This is a very smooth, very well blended, masterful brew. Again, I give this a glass full. It doesn't get any better than this. This is a great stout. I don't know if Lion's other beers, from what I've read, they're not that great, but this stout, do not hesitate if you see it, if you're a stout fan. The Lion Stout, guys, this is an A+ beer. This is world class. This really is. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. I hope the weather stays cold. But yeah, guys, there you have it. Lion Stout. Go get you some. Cheers.